Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of The Dice That Bind Us. My name is Dash, and I'm one of the lovely players in this campaign. We get here and we play D&D, and I'm probably going to get yelled at a whole bunch today, so that's exciting. If you like what you see on here, feel free to like the video. Be sure to leave a comment down below, because that's super important for analytics. Plus, we love to just hear from you. That's awesome. I get really excited every time we get one. Also, if you get through this whole video and you find it super exciting and something you want to enjoy and see more of, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you see us on YouTube, like I'm assuming you do seeing us right here, feel free to check out our other social medias. They're all linked down in the description. We have a Facebook page, a Discord group, a Twitter, a TikTok, and an Instagram, all various levels of active. But feel free to check us out on those sites and you'll see stuff kind of coming forward. So without further ado, I'm going to toss it to our lovely DM Alex for a recap.
Yeah, recapping. You know what it is. Stuff. Things occurred. Kimber's doing something with his mic.
Sorry. It's such a mess.
Recap stuff happened. That's it. I mean, it's a very similar recap to the one for the last 2 weeks, up until the very end, of course. The fight against yourselves finally ended, revealing Asmodeus 2 sessions ago. The last session was fighting Asmodeus, the king of the 9 hells, the final blow being struck by one Argus O'Bannon. At which point, a contract appeared. 2 options, yes or no, to taking the position of becoming the Asmodeus. Argus said, "It's not my fucking job," signed no, and moved on. After a brief, intense moment between Argus and Lysander, we are rejoining the party, still somewhat stranded in this area, and now that all perceived threats are done and over with, the first time the party will have a chance to talk since being reunited with Lysander and Ivan, though some words have already been said during the combats.
Mainly, don't fucking move.
Can I cut off Asmodeus' foot?
Why
No, you
are you
cannot
so
cut-
fascinated on taking bits of Asmodeus?
Asmodeus' body is gone. I've already said nobody gets any pieces of Asmodeus. Nobody gets anything. No Asmodeus for you.
Can't
No.
even have a trophy?
No.
Yeah.
Because you're
Nope.
going to try and bring back that trophy.
No one's gonna believe it.
My friends, for an episode that I think I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of talking whatsoever, sitting, exhausted, most of you very hurt after a combat, the world is yours.
I said this last session, but I think I would interpose myself between everyone else and Lysander and just let whatever happens. But I would definitely, if Lysander allows it, kind of take a few steps back with him and stand just in front.
I kill Harlan Dina. No.
I walk towards
Why?
Lysander. I look at Harlan, and I just keep walking without saying anything towards Lysander. With my 2 years worth of memories that you have, what do you do?
Mhm.
How do you think I'm gonna take this?
Is that one moment of pause of like, what's Lysander's health at? All right, we'll see how much of a beating I can take. If it helps you at all, he looks like he's ready to take anything that's coming at him. Just like knows what his punishment is to a certain degree.
I guess I will describe how I'm walking. I'm walking over, looking at Harlan, hands up and a big old smile on my face. And just keep
That's
trucking.
not helpful.
I
That's
think,
almost worse.
I think Tumbled, I'd look at you and I'd say, if any of you go too far, I'm going to stop you, or try to at least. I know, looking at the rest of you, that would probably mean the death of me, but we don't really want to kill him.
As I come to be even with you, I kind of just look at you in the face and be like, with my memories, you think I'm going to kill him? God, you are so stuck on weird shit. Stop making memories that didn't happen.
Well, you have gone a little bit off the rails, it seems.
I don't want to hear that from the person that literally jumped off the track.
Fair, yeah.
So anyway, do you still have the cube?
The what?
You took off with the planar travel cube.
Oh, it's a well. That's why I was like, a
well.
cube.
I don't know.
I do, yes. Unless it got taken from me.
When was the last time you would have looked for it?
I wouldn't have. Unless we used it on missions, which in the missions we played through, we didn't.
You wouldn't have.
Yeah. As far as I know, and would take out my bag. Time to find that party track loot. Google Doc.
Looking at Alex, do they find it?
Maybe not.
No, well, you're back to being as useful as I thought you were originally anyway. I'll give you a pat on the head and just walk away towards Ivan.
Do I have anything in that bag?
You do not.
Oh,
Ivan's
that's
still
not
up in the
good.
air right now, like just kind of watching everybody from, I don't know, like 20 feet up, not that high. Just kind of chilling, watching.
I'll fly up and meet Ivan.
Kind of looks at you kind of vacantly, like his mind is somewhere else. Like he's thinking real hard right now or something.
I'll just fly over and put a hand on your head, like pat your head, like welcome back, friend.
Starts purring, purr. But doesn't say anything. Just starts purring. Just smiles and purrs.
It's fair. I'll just kind of like hover there and hang out with Ivan.
Just rhyme kind of from the side, like leans over to Partos. Is this the captain? The one that like wandered away?
They're not the captain now.
Sorry, I will be right back.
I asked literally as I saw the Zoom chat. So I guess I would lean over to whoever's near me, be it Illy or like Argus stormed off. I just don't know where.
It's not like I could storm far. I've just got like my back turned to them.
Do I really have to come up there?
I'll fly down. and pick up Tumult.
Yeah,
No, I
kinda,
could just fly up there.
I know you
just
can.
didn't want to.
kind of hover down. Yeah.
I was like, I will immediately ask, do you know if we're still being mentally watched?
Pauses for a second, a little bit confused, like looks around and like licking hand and starts like cleaning face.
You all were
Doesn't say anything.
watched?
Don't worry about it.
This is worse than being screamed at. Okay. Cool.
I mean, you weren't with us when it happened, so it doesn't matter.
All right. Cool. Do you want to know what has happened over the last chunk of time? Do you want me to just kind of walk towards the corner there and sit and wait it out? Like, what do you need from me here?
Awkwardly kind of looks at Bartos, who's just standing there saying nothing because he's not here right now. I don't know, Captain, what are we going to do with them?
They're not the captain.
I'm looking at Tapartos.
Oh,
Argus probably still would have said that.
Argus didn't know that. Argus's back is turned.
Yeah, that's why I would turn around and be like, I'm
True.
looking at Tapartos, though.
I'll turn around, but instead of the screwdriver focus that you've seen me have forever, it's a crowbar.
Hell yeah.
Fair. Mainly Captain Tapartos. Do you want to try to have the conversation here? Or do you want me to see if I can get us out of here?
Well, we're going to have a conversation, but here is not the time for the one that we all need to have. What we need to know is A, why are you here? B, what has happened? C, how are you on this side? And how in God's name are we going to trust you? D, what do you know that can help us in what we're doing? If you cannot answer these questions.
I wouldn't have any clue how we got here, right? I am not sure exactly how I got here. Did we get his name when he met Kane? I don't
I
remember. That was
don't
literally like a
think
couple
so.
sessions together.
I don't believe so.
A gentleman came and found Ivan, Zephyros, and I at Zephyros's tower, and he killed Zephyros in front of the both of us. I think he was important in the scheme of Xerxes because the last handful of months we've been trying to gather items for you all.
For them.
It was under the guise of for Xerxes, but from the moment I showed up, Zephyros said he was keeping all of these out of the hands of Xerxes and trying to get it back to you all and try to keep it out of their control and give us more weight in the end of things. And so this man found out, showed up, said we were a disappointment to the cause. Ivan tried to kill him. I also tried to kill him when he threatened Ivan. And then we woke up here and I was fighting Ileana. I'm assuming not the actual Ileana, because the room was full of clones of all of us. They were in the tower. I don't know what they were doing in the scheme of things besides being better than perfect copies of us. With powers we didn't have. That's why most of us got supercharged.
You described the person that killed Zephyros?
I do. I don't remember what he looks like. Plain looking monk gentleman of sorts.
Was there
just-
more than one of him?
Not present, but he had the us clones. He basically punched Zephyros so hard he died.
That narrows it down. That's pretty on par.
I have one question for you. And this, I haven't been involved. I don't know if the rest of you have followed what Lysander has done in his time away. Did you have anything to do with all of the slaughtered people in Silvery Moon?
What happened to Silvery Moon? Is Olan okay? Is Zexum okay? Thestios?
Olan is alive, but not okay. And Ileana skipped over to Lysander. How come you didn't read my note? I left you a note. You didn't read it.
I was afraid I'd changed my mind, and I didn't want to.
She'll drop her smile, look at you dead in the eyes. So where do your loyalties lie right now?
From joining the other side, I've been actively working with you guys. I guess behind the scenes, I don't know where all of that stuff went, but Zephyros sacrificed his life for all of you, and I think the monk thought we did too by being brought here. So
Lysander, before you go any further, I'm going to cast Zone of Truth.
okay, I choose to fail.
She'll just smile again. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you for all your help behind the scenes. I'm sorry that
Don't
you
know
had...
how much help it will be going forward, but I made them mad, so that's something.
Yeah, that is something.
Ivan, do you have anything to add to the rest of this? Honestly, you've been there longer than I have.
Ivan looks up, stops cleaning himself, and wow.
I give Ivan a real good scratch behind the ears. I was like, you did choose right with the one thing you got to us that I know of.
Oh yeah,
Just
they
keeps
got.
going.
Oh, what did you do with the big book?
It's safe.
You
Has
would
it-
have
literally
actively
literally
seen
seen
it.
me use it. You'd have
That doesn't
actively
mean
seen
I
me
was
use
paying a
it.
lot of attention. Like,
That's fair.
Yeah, it is also very fair, but yeah, it's safe.
has it been useful to you?
Extremely.
Good. Then it was worthwhile in doing. I mean, Silvery Moon might have been able to use it, but
Nah.
it's better in the hands of those who are trying to save the world.
So I have what's the
What's-
ring? What's the ring that warms up and goes cold when lies are said in my presence? I forget the name of it.
I don't remember, but I remember giving it to you.
Yeah. Did the ring go warm or cold when Lysander said?
It signified lies a few times.
At what points?
Reclaiming items from Xerxes,
From Xerxes.
working alongside you did not, the entire time did.
So you weren't working alongside us, but
That is Harlan specific knowledge.
Yes.
I will
Lysander,
say words yes, meaning no. I don't know exactly how that levels out in lies, but the intent was what we were doing. I just said it weirdly. So
When
yeah, it's a lie. The way I interpret it, at least, is
Yeah.
like it's base level. If truth is not being spoken, if there is an active hiding,
and there are some big caveats to what you're saying.
A, in order to help me get back on track with what's going on, and B, to clarify the answers to said questions, I would like the questions that have been posited to be asked again, fully under the zone of truth.
Do this in character, Ian.
I don't know what we have asked and what we have received answers
You
to.
know, Harlan said out loud he is casting Zone of
Okay.
Truth. So from here on, you can ask whatever you want. Now
and
the
I
Zone of Truth is
chose
on.
to fail.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
I would also like to point out whatever was said before. I know there were some lies, Lysander. I point to the ring on my finger.
I apologize. They were not intentional.
I'm sure you had your reasons, but we'd like to understand, right? And turn to the rest of the group.
Yes.
Eh.
Yeah.
Hey, Illy, how many spell slots do you have left?
Oh, I got a few. I had that potion, and I'm feeling pretty good right now. I took the long rest potion very shortly before we finished the fight. I have most of my spell slots right now.
Yeah.
How much longer do we have to wait that I know for Caterpillar Gak to be permanent so we can kill him?
35 minutes from here.
I'm gonna ask Kimber for the box.
Who's Kimber?
Or I'm gonna ask Harlan for the box.
I'll pull the box out.
You little asshole.
I just looked over at your square and Kimber's the first line of next to he, him.
I will give the tinderbox containing Katagak to Tumult.
I'm gonna go over here and just sit down and say, Illy, if you have Wall of Force available, can you box me?
Oh, I don't have that right now. And I'll pull out my Staff of Power and like my Staff of Magi. I only ever cast Wall of Force through this thing, and I would have to like take a rest and like swap it out again. I'm
Push
sorry.
the box slightly away from me. I will make sure not to blow up the box early.
I can cast it as well. We can cast it, Illy. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Illy cannot.
I cannot. No.
Because it's from the staff, not from her.
I will cast it at 5th level.
Okay.
Wall of fourth.
What are we casting?
Force.
Wall of
We're
Force.
doing a Wall of
around.
Force box around me and the Tinderbox. One, to keep Tindergak in case something does show up inside of a Wall of Force. And two, I'm going to literally, while we're sitting here doing nothing important in my eyes, I'm going to try and invent a new spell off an
Okay.
existing spell. I want to alter the mind and the memory spell.
Right. You are working on that. That will pull you entirely out of this.
Yep.
Okay.
Wall of Force only lasts 10 minutes, by the way.
Eternally helpful.
That's 10 minutes of in case somebody else decides to show up and say, I'm going to fucking kill you in this plane of existence that we're on. Caterpillar Gak will stay Caterpillar Gak inside a Wall of Force for 10 minutes.
All right.
So
Well,
what
this is going on.
needs to be
like
clarified? Because again, it
Reposit
was
the questions.
okay.
Just everything that has been asked before. First, I'm just going to come right out. Why did you leave?
I was afraid we wouldn't succeed. I thought having weight behind a cause that was seemingly in the right direction, or at least in the means of being successful, might have been beneficial. I left entirely for selfish reasons.
So you left for selfish reasons. You did not believe in the cause. What is the cause?
Trying to find a compromise, of trying to beat the seemingly unbeatable force, to achieve everything we've been trying to achieve. I thought maybe, I don't know, if I was with my brothers, something would go easier or better or something.
What do you want to achieve?
Ideally, not Xerxes ruining everything, but I was afraid I'd be on the wrong side of the fight and fail.
So you chose to join Xerxes to keep Xerxes from ruining everything?
I'm not saying I joined them because it was 100% in my best interest. I
Why did you
joined them
join
because I was weak. I was scared. I couldn't watch everything fall apart. And my brother is ultimately incredibly convincing. And I wanted the conviction he had, which I didn't hear.
Where is your brother?
I genuinely do not know. Back with Xerxes, as far as I am aware, he took me to a tavern. I met with Dandelion, the evil one, not the sister one, and I was sent to Zephyros. I don't know where he had gone since then. We were peons below peons. We were the lowest rung of the ladder, and I didn't know what else was going on. Understandably, they didn't trust someone who defected from their enemy to immediately come back in or come in with warm, welcome arms.
Based on what you're saying and speaking in past tense, it sounds like this is in the past and that you have had a change of heart. Are you still wishing to ally with Xerxes? If yes, if no, what have you? Are you fighting for our side? And if so, why and what has changed?
I don't know if I ever really wanted to work for Xerxes. I just wanted conviction, which is weak to falter so easily. But as soon as I was sent to Zephyros, to Ivan, kind of gesturing at this more cat than ever, Ivan.
Ivan has found a ball of yarn and is just like
In hell?
Stuck in with the ball. Yeah.
Hell
It's just in his bag.
I gave it to Ivan. It was just in my pocket.
He just had a tinderbox and a ball of twine. Just chuck the ball
So
of
is Ivan
twine.
just straight up like a cat now?
Ivan has not said anything. Has just responded with a bamau. And
Is that still Ivan?
I don't know, honestly. He was not like this yesterday, or however
Oh.
long we were out. The other day, I don't know how long it was before I came here. So, the short of it, sent to Xerxes, got mean mugged by Dandelion. I managed to get 2 words to Olan. I apologized. It was not ideal. Was sent off to Zephyros. There's like a weird, how would you maybe feel if we were being all double crossy to the cause of Xerxes, kind of like half conversations. But the long and the short of it,
Zephyros was saying this?
yeah, Zephyros basically told us that our job was, I may not have been entirely clear earlier, to gather items that Xerxes told us to gather, but he made it clear, or I thought, that we were not actually returning them to Xerxes. We were keeping them with the intention to give them to you all. So from the moment I joined with Zephyros, I was told that that's what they were doing. And I had a way to still make what felt like slim chances bigger of us succeeding, of you all succeeding. To be honest, I didn't expect an us again. I expected to either die or never be seen again by you all, but if you could win with our help, it was worth it.
How did you see this as any different from what we were doing already? Collecting artifacts, fighting fights, just changed a different place, disappeared.
It was not
Doing
my
the same
intention going into it. I was
Oh, so you
prepared
just
to.
accidentally fell onto the same side, and your conviction just decided that it was fine now.
No, I still think we're fucked. But if I could not fight against you all and maybe make us less fucked, would you have not taken that opportunity? I
did
had
take that
every chance to be transferred to another group. I stayed with them because it was one part, will admit, incredibly comforting to see Zephyros and Ivan again, saying they're doing good. But if I left and came back here, it would put an even bigger target on every single one of you. Let alone the prospect of even trying to leave under intense watch. I'm not saying what I did was correct or perfect or that I suddenly had a change of heart or anything. I was lost. I was stupid. I wanted a cause to fight for, and something brought me back to the same cause I was fighting for in the first place. Be it Sylvanas or fate or
Get
random
that name out of
happenstance.
your mouth.
He's still my god as much as he is yours.
Arctos, you hear a voice back of your head. Doesn't sound like someone speaking to you telepathically. You've experienced that many times before. It sounds like an inner voice from somewhere almost. A deep thought tucked away. Do you really think if he followed my brother, he would have abandoned you all at a time of need?
I don't think I ever really knew him. I don't know.
I say, it wasn't as if someone was trying to communicate with you. Just this thought that pops into your mind.
If you all want to find a way to get out of here and crush me and do what you will, you have every right to. I failed all of you.
Yes.
I was never the strong one here. I think all of you know that.
I know I wasn't a part of this betrayal, though I do feel that there's atonement to be made, Lysander. I understand that, and maybe that's a personal thing for you. Maybe you feel that you do. I know these people do as well. You can feel that. I know you had your reasons. I understand reasons. I'm sorry your conviction led you to leave your friends. It's not a place anyone should be in.
Arlen, back of your mind, small thought. My dear, you know Lysander. He's your friend. Why are all of these people coming down so hard on one of your friends? You know you can trust him. I trust him.
Oh, there's some fucky shit going on.
How,
Sounds like
how can you let
Sagrin's.
them... Sounds like Sagrin's voice. How can you let them talk to him like that? That's not the Harlan I married. Again, not a thought, not a communication, just small echoing thought back of your mind.
I don't want to take up too much time with this, but is this something that's been said in conversation in the months away between Sagrin and I? Do I
No.
recall that? Okay. I can't respond to it. It's not going to listen. Do I get that sense?
Yeah, it wasn't someone communicating with you telepathically. It's like when you have one of those moments where it's not necessarily like your conscience, right? But like you have that nagging thought in the back of your head, or
It's like an intrusive thought.
yeah, exactly. You know it's not someone trying to communicate with you, but for whatever reason, this thought became the forefront thought in your mind briefly.
I mean, I'm not the only one that left. I understand that I will take my beating as it needs to come, but I'm not the only one who had a part in this story. Ivan can corroborate most of the things that I have said, at least since I joined him.
Ivan will be spoken with.
I've been laying on the ground, just patting this ball back and forth.
I'm trying really hard to ignore the really big elephant in the room right now. Ivan's a cat.
Yeah. Is something up with Ivan? Is there something magical going on?
Ivan's just chilling there, playing with some yarn. I guess at this point it's been like a minute, so probably like put the yarn down, is just kind of like balled up, like eyes closed, but ears still poked up, listening. But just kind of laying on the ground, relaxing.
Just everyone's faces. That's fine. This is fine.
I don't know this guy. This could be
Uh,
completely normal.
I made
Ivan?
myself indisposed.
I'm gonna leave the Lysander situation for a second. I'm gonna go over to Ivan and try to chat with him. Hey, Ivan.
Cooks up for
Ivan, we'd really love to have a conversation with you.
just stares at you, like not like happy or sad, just kind of just dead stare.
Ivan, are you with us?
Continues to just blank stare.
Can I roll like perception or like medicine or something and figure out like what's going on? Because I feel like this isn't normal.
Roll an insight check.
Okay.
Garagak.
There we go.
Thought pops up back of your mind. Voice you haven't heard in, well, up until recently, quite some time, but a voice you reached out to not too terribly long ago. Big brother, he looks like the one that's keeping me trapped. The one that took me. Does he know where I am? Is he why you haven't saved me?
This is not a. It's the same thing as the rest of it, right?
Yep.
It's just a random thought.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 24.
It's hard to 24 insight. That's a cat.
That's not Ivan.
You get 0 sense of outlying personality from this person. There, you've
it a
known
person?
Ivan. It's still Ivan's body. Absolutely.
Something's very wrong.
Yeah, we're in hell.
No, this isn't Ivan. Or at
I've been
least
on
he's not in
boats.
there.
My whole life. That's a cat. That's just a pure and proper cat in a person's body.
Really, just a bigger cat's body. But yes,
That's a tiefling, but all right.
he's a cat.
I'm sure we could fix whatever's going on.
Yeah, can I try to like restoration him?
Tell me what you're doing.
First off, am I able to discern like if there's any sort of hex or curse or disease or anything going on here? Or
God,
is
if
it...
only there was some sort of spell that would let you see
Fine.
if there was an ongoing magical effect that could possibly be.
I
Like
also use
something
it to
that
try
would
to
be able
find
to
his
detect
aspect.
magic.
Rhyme just takes out like a chunk of like leather cord or whatever they have, tied it to the end of a rapier, and just starts sliding it across the ground.
Immediately, Ivan bolts over and tries to smack it and catch it.
But say what you said one more time. Sorry, I didn't mean to catch you in the middle of drinking water.
Oh, I was saying we could use detect magic to try to see if Ivan's aspects there.
Ivan never had one.
Ivan didn't have an aspect?
Nope.
Nope.
Clone
Both.
Ivan did. Actual Ivan didn't.
I thought
Clone Ivan's aspect went into Rhyme's body.
that's right. Kane took the aspect out of Ivan. That's what it was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't have detect magic.
I can cast it if you trust me to.
Stay in the zone. I thought it too.
I love how it was in your character voice too.
Though Ian, you should also have this back because you're a Furbolg again.
Don't- Oh wait, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Detect magic on Eisen. Wow, Ivan.
That's not how detect magic works, but yeah.
I know, but like you know, focusing
Detect
on
magic
Ivan
while
and then
staring
seeing the
at
fact
Ivan.
that
I
everything is
cast
magic
it.
right now because we're in hell.
You cast it, and looking specifically at Ivan, there is this like thin layer of magic, like almost like on Ivan's like skin layer. It's similar to like, it's not the same. This is clearly not this, but it's like if someone had cast disguise self on themselves or something like that, or like alter self. It's this full body affecting magic, but it's not a curse. It's not any. If anything, it's enchantment magic. It doesn't look very strong.
Anybody have just like a dispel? Do I have a dispel?
You did in the fight. Use it
I
on the
did, but I
walls.
don't know if I have any spells left.
This is Harlan's starting to look like a little bit drained of his energy, but he'll cast dispel
I've got-
magic.
I've
Not
also
a
got
little
dispel
bit.
Magic.
Oh, you do? Well, why'd you
Yeah.
ask?
Because I wasn't.
It was, can
Look at my fucking
anybody
character sheet.
pause? Can I?
Yeah, there, I got it. Gonna try to dispel this effect on Ivan.
You cast dispel magic on Ivan.
Trying to target this
Yeah, no, I know what you're
membrane
talking.
specifically, but yes.
Ivan's body collapses to the ground mid chase, and
Oh, that's
flying,
Awful.
like popping out of it, almost, you see a small floating squid-like creature. One you're very familiar with.
Hands.
Large, bushy eyebrows. Not hands,
Oh,
Kaiser.
but Kaiser. Ivan's body crumples to the ground, almost like a costume.
where the fuck is Ivan?
What the fuck is that? That's supposed to be Rhyme. It wasn't Rhyme. It was supposed to be Rhyme.
That's Tizer. It's one of Ivan's familiars.
Why is this squid chasing a string?
Tizer speaks up.
Thinks he's a
I
cat.
thank you for freeing me from my constraints. I must now return to my master. Farewell. And then like
Tizer, wait, wait, please wait.
I'm sorry, gone. Like already
God.
gone.
Damn it, Allie.
Oh, so good.
I do not think he was that before. Unless he was the entire time. He said words to me. It couldn't have been. Could it have been?
Fucking God.
Roll an insight check, Lysander.
Was it just us for the entire time?
24. Such a low roll.
Did Ivan ever take damage?
24 is pretty good. The entire time you were with Ivan, you all didn't fight.
No, but
But
this
that's-
Ivan didn't speak at
There
all.
are definitely enchantments that get drastically weaker if
Other
the
spell
person
slots or
enchanted
whatever are used.
drops unconscious, perchance, or those kinds of things. So just because this is the effect, like what the enchantment was doing now, does not mean it's what it was always doing.
Oh my
It
God.
was an incredibly intricate disguise.
I
He's
will
supposed to be
say,
my backup to explain things.
Get fucked.
Harlan's just like standing with like his like exact pose I'm doing right now. Like I wish I'd not become a god and I'd stayed on the vineyard. What the fuck is going on?
Fergus O'Bannon, get this nagging thought in the back of your mind. Yours, a voice that has not spoken to you in a long time, since the day you met the party, in fact. That's not the man that I once knew. That's the man whose friends he slew. That's the man who betrayed you and me. Working for Xerxes. Hurts, lion dandy.
I'm sure this doesn't look real good for Lysander anyway. Of just like, yeah, I was here doing this with Ivan, and then Ivan fucking disappeared and was a squid.
I'm gonna turn to Gariak. What do you want to do with him?
What I promised to do. The father asked for one son. I'll bring him one son.
So we kill the other one.
Oh yeah, that one's dead. But unlike this one, I'm a man of my word.
That's gotta hurt.
What, to have my brother be threatened to kill? To die? He's not done good things.
That didn't stop you before.
I had hope he could be extracted from it, and I still have a small glimmer, but he has been gone from me. I've not seen him. I've not worked with him to my knowledge. I guess it's all disguises and things like that with Xerxes, but
Wow, the deceivers deceive. What a surprise. Who could have seen that coming?
you just want to
Supporters.
like punch me and get it out of your system?
I did that.
Yeah, dude, my armor's
Look, enough. You all have families or have had families. Tepartos did what he thought was right. Okay? He's admitted to helping you.
Lysander.
Excuse me?
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
I was about to be like, yo, Garrick smokes to Partos, all right? This is a problem.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You already tried. I got rid of him.
They're the exact same character, anyways. It's fine. Don't worry.
It's
about
true. It's true.
We cannot fault others for following conviction. I know it hurts. I know.
You and I approach conviction quite differently than others. So maybe it's not the most weighty arguments. They're allowed to be upset at me.
I know. Everyone deserves a chance. Please, especially a friend.
Oh, he had it. He's not a friend.
I mean, stealing your friend's favorite toy is a little different than joining a company who's trying to commit genocide and, kill all your friends.
And succeeded on many of them.
I know for a fact he cannot lie right now. He hasn't been. There's been some omissions, white lies. Sure,
Yes.
you're entitled to those as well. I'm entitled to those. Lysander is entitled to those. There has been admittance of help offered. Look, I know you can take it or leave it. This is what I see. I see a group of friends divided by commitments to family. Ridiculous.
I'll look over at Argus and just be like, we're divided?
as a player to Alex, has it been 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, so the wall of force has dropped.
It like just now, like it's all right about that time. Yeah.
I would stop focusing on what I was doing then. You guys
Ileana,
done yet?
No.
nagging thought back of your mind, similar to all the others so far. Yours the voice of a childhood friend. Everyone keeps saying friend, but you are family. He chose one family over another. You are going to the ends of the earth to save me, but he joined the company. He joined the group that wanted to see you dead.
Oh, so I see you guys found out Ivan wasn't real.
You knew?
We asked it a question, it responded with cat noises, and literally played with a ball of twine.
You could have said or done something before going MIA. Anyway.
I locked myself in the box with Katogak, assuming that whoever placed or did this to Ivan, assuming it was something left over from Asmodeus, would not immediately release a second Garagak.
You know, regardless, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Communication is an important part of this dynamic, as we're obviously figuring out right now.
Yeah, but you were busy worrying about Lysander, so I let you
God,
solve
Tomo,
that first.
just be a team fucking player, please.
I am a team player. The question is, are you?
I'm trying.
Are you putting Lysander in the starting lineup? You're going to leave him on the fucking bench.
Listen, Tumult, that's very rich coming from you. If you're not going to offer anything, keep your mouth shut, please.
No, he's right. This is the question that we are wrestling with. Are we putting him in the starting lineup or are we benching him?
Who, Lysander?
Yes.
That is literally what I just said. So yes, I am helping. I asked the reality question that you guys aren't asking.
No, because we're
yes
trying to
from the captain.
get to where we are. And I don't know. The gravity of the situation is not lost on me. Lysander is a powerful fighter, and if he decides to fight on our side, a powerful ally. I will not fault him that.
Let me change the question. If we're attacked right now, is Lysander allowed to help?
I don't know.
We've literally been attacked twice since we've been in hell. Twice.
You know, Tumult, can you let me get through a thought, please, before just like throwing random hypotheticals and questions my fucking way? Okay?
I don't mean to.
No, you know what? Shut up.
Do it
Just
like
shut
that.
up.
But
Lysander, Elias. While the bickering takes place, a thought in the back of your mind. They don't know what they're doing. They're the reason that Xerxes is going to kill me and everyone else. And you're just taking all of this. Continue.
Look, Topartos, this is the end game. Like we are approaching final boss. You don't have time to sit here
I'm in
and
the
have
process
the normal decisions.
of
This is yes or no right now. This is life or death of us and them.
Fine. Then no.
Then kill him and get it over with. Now walk away.
All as bumbling as ever, I see.
Shut up.
Just walk away. I was like, can we get the fuck out of here now? Or at least try? Or do you just want to sit here in hell and just wait for some shit to happen? You know, I remind you, we left literally one of the most powerful people in existence on our fucking ship.
Fully aware. You coming out of your trance, going into this, and oh my god, I fucking can't believe it right now.
See, this is what I'm saying. You guys get mad when I don't want decisions. I give you a yes or no question, and now you get mad.
No, you just throw stuff out there, and you say, oh, this is how we have to do this. You have an idea of how things need to be done. You're throwing out yes or no decisions. You're fully interrupting thought processes that are important. And I want to make sure we are going through the full gravity of the decision because it is a massive one, because the fucking fate of the world hangs on its line.
Yep.
It's not lost on me, Tumult.
The string gets shorter the longer we sit here.
And you're wasting everybody's time.
Fine. Find your own way home, and I'm going to attempt to get myself out of here.
I would hope to see that it's not too far-fetched to want to be a pawn when these are the decisions we have to make.
And because of that, because you are still doubting, because you have still said that you want to find the shred of humanity left in your brother, is why I do not trust you, and I will not trust you. I do not want to kill you. And I will not kill you. But I am not taking you with us.
Argus.
So you're going to leave me in hell to be picked up again by your enemy.
I am going to leave this decision to my friends. You are not a part of the crew. You are not a part of the ship. You may stay in hell and rot. You may be picked up by the enemy. I don't know. They will decide the ultimate fate for you.
Argus, another thought creeps into your mind. This one, an unfamiliar voice. For a captain, he can't even make a decision for himself. Someone who knows what he's about should make this call. Someone who knows what's at stake, someone who knows what must be done. The captain should be replaced. You all continue.
Can I insight check that thought?
Yes, you can.
14 on the dice for 27.
And what are you trying to gauge with this insight check?
Vibe.
Vibe check.
Yeah.
Just vibes.
Makes a whole lot of sense.
It does, but it also doesn't. Well, we've already replaced the captain. Are we supposed to replace the second captain?
You don't get an evil vibe. This doesn't sound like someone's trying to like mind control you. This doesn't sound like someone's trying to like force their decision upon you. It sounds like someone giving genuine advice, at least in their eyes.
Okay.
Juliana gets up, looks at Lysander, looks at the photos, and walks over to Garagak. Hey Garagak, how are you feeling right now? You feeling healthy?
Healthy? Yeah.
Okay. I want to try to get us out of here, but I don't know how we got here. So I want to do that thing where I banish you, but I want you to be ready. I'm gonna call you back in like 6 seconds. All right? Just let me know what you see when you get back. Okay?
Yeah, sure. I'll pull my hammer out.
And
I'll
Go ahead.
rage.
and I'll like nod, like, hey, you ready? And then
Hmm?
try just a simple banish on Garagak. See what it does.
Garagak, you appear in Silvery Moon, the place you left. But everything around you is vastly different than what you left. The buildings are demolished. You see devils flying throughout the skies. You see flames rising everywhere. You hear distant sounds of battle far off, not in the city walls, but outside. There is pandemonium and chaos all around you. You're inside of the city walls. You can't get a good view out and around you, but everything you take in this 6 seconds, you're in the middle of a war zone. And then you get brought back to your party.
I'll like come back beginning to swing. It's like I was attacking something, I'll stop. And I'll let Illy know that it's a war zone up there.
Look at everybody. We all look relatively bruised and exhausted. I think we all need a nap. I think we should rest. I think Lysander should stay with us for tonight. We should definitely have him watched, but I think we should try to rest up before we make our next move and, calm down a little bit. What do y'all think?
Can we get back to the ship quickly in any way?
I was thinking something like resting here, and I'll like cast Galdur's Tower at 6th level for like 7 stories or whatever. We can rest in here, find whatever floor you want, whatever suits you. But I'm not sure if it's safe to go back to the ship right now. It's up to y'all. I don't mind trying, but I don't like our chances quite yet.
I would say instead of sleeping out in hell, does Argus still have the Ring of Planar? No? Okay, never mind then.
I do have something we could do that would get us off of the plane of hell.
Yeah. I think Tumult can take us straight back to the ship as well.
Teleport us to the ship?
Or the hideout.
Rotation circle doesn't cross planes.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
That's why the first question I asked to Lysander was, do you have the well?
Yeah, that makes
No.
sense.
So
Yeah.
Could we get back to our plane and then teleport to the ship? Or
possibly after a long rest, but I don't have a fork attuned to our plane.
I have something we might
I
be
can
able to use.
literally get us all back there, but you don't want me to do anything, so
Tumult, we want you to
Don't be petty.
I'm not being petty. I literally said make a fucking decision, and you made your decision, so let's leave Lysander. Let's go. We got shit to do. I'm just going with what the captain said. He said Lysander's not part of the crew. Why would I take him back? I personally want Lysander. I think it'd be helpful. But
Do
the
we
captain
vote?
made his decision.
Technically, the captain said it's up to the crew what we do with your ex-captain turned
No, I
renegade.
said that you are not a part of the crew, we're not taking you with us. I'm giving you the mercy of not immediately saying we should try to kill you.
I gotta
If
be
the
better at the
crew-
character voices. That was a rhyme.
If the crew amongst themselves decides to do something else with you, they are welcome to do so.
Even
my
if
own
that
personal
involves bringing
concern.
them with.
At least bring them back to our plane. Let them go to their family. Their actual family, their father, their mother, not their brother. And I look at Lysander on that one.
This was my actual family.
Dandelion is cute. They are a bundle of energy.
She is so much, and I love her dearly. Wait, what is all of this that you spoke to my father?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Almost had to kill him too.
Okay.
He didn't like
reached
the
out to
idea
your
of me
family.
killing you.
For a
Sorry,
council
go
to
ahead.
take down Xerxes. We were
Arlen,
transparent
Dino.
with them.
An unfamiliar voice this time. Still not a conversation. Still just a weird, nagging thought. They're going to leave him behind. Trapped for an eternity in an unknown place. That's what you're going to allow. Continue.
How long has it been since I cast True Polymorph on Caterpillar Gak?
We'll say it's permanent. It's just a
Okay.
caterpillar.
I bought the Caterpillar and step on it.
Garagak, you're a full god. Double all the bonuses from your god powers.
Give me back your tinderbox.
How anticlimactic.
So
Now I can concentrate on 2 more spells again.
Are they okay?
All right. Well, now that my mind's free, I can get us all back much faster.
is who okay?
My family.
As
Yeah.
far as we know.
Yes.
Well, we left them
Well,
okay.
we have no idea now.
Yeah, after what Gelgag saw, who knows?
By the actions of Xerxes, no idea.
Yeah.
But they would
Last
not
time
be
we
a part
saw
of the war,
Okay.
and we did not make them.
I'll go over to Spartos and just say I will not fight with them, but we have to take them with us. I have to bring them to their father.
We can do whatever we want with Lysander, as long as it's my decision, right? Like from a crew standpoint, like from each individual standpoint in the crew, each crew member can do what they want with Lysander.
What are you trying to pull?
Just rhyme like, I know what I'd like to do with Lysander.
Well,
Dash hits on themselves.
you said they're not.
no
part
one
of the
else
crew.
will.
Yes.
Garagak's not going to kill him. They just want to keep. He just wants to keep his promise of bringing them back to their family.
Yes.
Argus probably doesn't give 2 fucks about what happens.
Oh, I imagine
Lysander
Argus gives
who?
plenty of fucks.
Exactly. Illy, I think, would rather have their best friend somewhere close. Harlan's already made it clear he wants Lysander to at least come back to our plane of existence. I want a tool at my disposal. A very powerful fucking tool that we can point at something and say, go hit it. It is a fucking god. I'm not leaving it for Xerxes to pick up and mind control. They fucked up not doing it the first time, and I'm not going to give them a second chance.
As Tumult starts saying that, I reach out and clasp my hand on Lysander's shoulder, just comforting.
Like if you're not going to let them be a part of the crew, I still want them. They're helpful for now. You can banish them from our family after this war is over, but we need bodies.
We need power, right? We need Lysander's power.
Yeah, you have a soon-to-be god killer on your back. Why not take it?
Why not take it?
Hey, Lysander. I'm going to try and say this under my breath. I know people have all sorts of crazy abilities to listen to shit, but I'm going to try
Got
to
a
say
crazy
this under my
passive
breath.
perception.
They can have whatever opinions about what you do and what you've done. This is your choice. Understand if you go back to Xerxes, I will not hesitate to hurt you, to kill you if I have to. Being given a second chance.
I don't want
I hope
to
you
go
are.
back to Xerxes, but I'm not going to spit in the face of my loved ones if they want me dead. I gave them a grievous wound. I deserve whatever their pound of flesh is in return.
Your life is not atonement. It's not the whole thing.
My life is a power that can get them to make themselves live and everyone else I care about. If that is how they want to use it, that is how they get to use it.
Lysander.
Can we hear this?
It's like a quiet conversation, but potentially. I mean, Harlan had hand on shoulder and then kind of leaned in. You might have went and paid closer attention.
I mean, some of us do have ungodly passive perceptions.
Mhm.
And Harlan is not a very quiet.
Yeah, it's like it probably started as a whisper, and then the second Lysander was like, I'll give my life for it. He went, no!
I mean, I'm not asking for Lysander to die here. I don't think I'm going to ask them to die in the future. Looking at Harlan, full well knowing what's in my head, and I know you know what's in my head. I don't really need them to die, but to get to where I need to go,
Yes,
they're useful.
we all know there's a lot you need to happen, Tumult.
Oh, yeah. Which is why we can't sit here anymore, especially if there's a war zone going on.
What
How
are
many more
you? What are you
How many more
afraid?
people do we want dead?
Hmm.
Do you want to go back and find your husband gone? Do you want to go back and find Moog dead because we took too long?
My husband being there or not isn't gonna matter if we
There's a High
can't.
King, it does.
If we can't agree what to do next.
Departos just said it. Lysander's not part of the crew, but it's up to the crew to decide if we kill them or not. Nobody here said they want them dead. I said I want them as a tool. Garagak wants to get them home. Argus doesn't care. Ali wants a friend. And now it's just you, who also
Allie.
wants them alive.
Really?
Who the fuck
Illy.
is Allie?
Ellie, Ellie.
Illy.
Ellie, Ellie.
Illy. Illy
Stop
wants their
reading the
friend.
screen, Zach.
And you want them also alive back on our home plane. I think everyone on the crew is on the same side here. I don't see what the fucking problem is and why we're still on this.
All right, let's go home.
And I will upcast banishment 2 times to get everybody home.
Spell fails.
Oh, fucking course it does. But it just worked on Garagak.
I'm built
On a
different.
single. It sure
It's
That
almost
does.
was
like
that was
it
a single
was-
person.
It's almost like it was a peak versus an escape route.
And they knew it was a peak.
Can't we contact Alon?
No.
No? We don't have the sending stone?
No.
We had
Never mind.
87 sending stones. We don't
Yeah,
have a
that's what-
sending stone?
Do sending
I
stones work
I
over
make a
planes?
face.
Sending.
Got you.
That was Dash
No.
asking.
Yeah, no, I 100% do.
Yeah, that was
I'm saying
me
no.
asking, but
Someone
don't-
let
yeah.
Garagak leave, but said the rest of us could not. We are still being watched carefully and by something powerful.
Billy, you cast your thing, right? You did cast the tower.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk in the tower.
Whatever is happening, we can't leave.
Argus, you start walking towards the tower. It is about this time. Temper's still high, but now understanding, as Tumult plainly put, someone is watching. Someone is stopping you. And as you head for the tower, a ring of flames appears in front of the door. A portal opens to an office. Large desk, everything red aesthetic, flames. An office that has been seen before, but not by any of you. It is at this time we are going to take a brief jump, and we are going to be checking up on the real Ivan Kawai. Ivan, the last we saw you was far, far, far flung into the past. So long, in fact, that it was before we ever met Ileana Wolfwood. Let's take a journey back in our memories to, the first 10 odd episodes of this show. All of you sitting at a camp for viewers and players' knowledge sake. The original party gathered around a camp. Okay, not the original
Like
party.
more Zero original?
No.
Yes,
okay.
bring him back. Bring the boy back.
And one temp bard telling you about these contracts that they had received. Ivan, you're sitting at this fire hearing this story. What is going through your mind?
I've definitely been warned about these same exact types of contracts before. I don't know exactly what these ones say, nor what they imply, but I have an idea of what they'll do if someone signs them. And I decide to take a long shot playing. We're talking blindfold, 20 feet back, and just back to the dartboard and just fucking whoosh. So I come up with an elaborate plan. And that night, I stealthily leave from the party, making sure to, avoid watch, avoid all of that, to go cast my Find Familiar spell, dismissing hands and bringing Taizo. Then I cast a couple more spells, spend the whole night making them look all spiffy, till I have pretty much an exact replica of Ivan. Ivan rejoins the party. Sorry, replica Ivan rejoins the party. And Ivan walks off into Dandyland. Ivan had found a ring that allows me to essentially not like impose, but not even tether, but I guess copying while I concentrate on it, essence onto another creature. So made that bond with Tizer. For all intents and purposes, this whole time, Tizer has been a puppet piloted by Ivan, by real Ivan, until the funky magic from Asmodeus casting Cure Wounds in them disrupted the ring and lost all contact with it. Ivan has been steadily climbing the ranks through hell, vying for control, vying for power, making allies, doing everything he can, because he has a suspicion that maybe someday soon, Asmodeus might make a slip up, might make some kind of mistake, and leave an opening.
It's just
It was
Allie
after-
slapping a giant band-aid on there's a vacuum of power in hell.
Ivan, it has been just about a year since you made this choice. And since that time, you have grown drastically in strength. Your strength taking on a far different path than you originally anticipated for yourself. We're going to fast forward in time to about 4 days ago. A little longer, about 9. And there are rumors circulating. Asmodeus had abandoned hell. A pet project had drawn so much of his attention, so much of his efforts, that he had abandoned his post. Many, many big players tried to assume that position. You waited some more time, about a week, and the rumors were growing. A lot of the top dogs had been taken down. The rumors you were hearing about this were they had tried to take command, and some cocky asshole came, killed them, and then just deigned to let the power trickle down. You're not sure who it was, but whoever it was probably had the potential to take Asmodeus's job themselves. But they just didn't want the responsibility. But you have always been a clever cat.
Hashtag boat beast.
You saw an opportunity. Ivan was never the type for a show of physical power, for a combative take into things. But that's what makes it so interesting that devils work in 2 ways. Devils can assume power by eliminating their adversaries, claiming higher spots in the order, or they can assume power and claim power through contracts, through their sheer persuasive natures.
And deceptive.
And deceptive natures. You are correct. Though never telling an outright lie. That would be uncouth. All of these openings keep happening. And some of the weaker devils don't know what to do. And so you start playing your game, getting them to agree to deals that are completely one-sided, convincing them to join your cause. And that's when you decide to go see for yourself. You'd gathered an army. You were confident in yourself. And you walk into the office of Asmodeus, vacant currently. You are confused, as anyone would be, because as far as you had heard, he'd locked himself away working on some project. And if not in here, where would he be? You had worked so hard and come to this final confrontation, yet your opponent, your adversary, was nowhere to be seen. And that's when a piece of paper appears on the desk, waiting. You go and take a look. Why not? It's a brand new thing. It catches your eye. Anybody else would. You look at it and you see a name that you don't recognize in any way. It says, "He who slays the king of hell shall take forth the title of Asmodeus." Yes. Do you accept this role? Yes or no? You see a quick chicken scratch signature, Argus O'Bannon, under the no section.
Also, under that would say, "Not my fucking job."
Correct. And then it clears itself. The same message, slightly modified. Whomever finds themselves signing this contract shall assume the role of Asmodeus and become king of the 9 hells. Do
They
you
did it.
accept?
They did a catch-all.
Oh,
2 lines, yes and no.
Some lawyer shit going on here.
Ivan sits down, puts on his little reader glasses, and starts reading through the contract.
It takes quite some time, though Ivan has had much practice in this at this point. You gain all of the power, all of the et cetera, of Asmodeus. You gain all the minions and the followers and all of that jazz. It does come with quite the workload, organizing all of those things, those tortured souls, et cetera, et cetera. But you knew that.
You must obey Xerxes subclause.
Blood War is a lot of logistics.
Interestingly enough, there is a blurb in the contract about Xerxes, and one that makes this situation make all the sense in the world to you. There is a clause in the contract that talks about long-lasting organizations. Not just Xerxes, there are many, about a dozen or so of these organizations that have been working through time and space, causing problems. Of course, the only types of creatures that could keep track of all of these organizations and see what they've been doing are those that were timeless themselves. And the contract strictly forbids allying yourself with any of these organizations as they work against everything that you stand for. Should someone in any formal way ally with one of these 12 organizations, then they will be stripped of the powers of Asmodeus, unraveled by their own power that they had chosen to give away. It goes on to describe things such as large flashes of ego, a loss of your sense of self-preservation, a lust for power far greater than any you would ever experience. Essentially, you become a cocky prick until it kills you. But other than that clause, everything lines up perfectly with what you expect.
I would love to make this easy, but instead, I'm going to take out a pen and just add an addendum to the clause with writing along the lines of, should these organizations have any major shifts in their philosophies and or practices, the way they work, what the goals are, they will be reevaluated according to whatever evaluation put them on this list to possibly be removed. Just something like, don't want to sign something where like I can never ever for the rest of
everybody has a chance to change their stripes. Yeah, I got you.
But just make sure to add some kind of addendum in for like that kind of language, and then just do another read through. And
the contract slightly addends itself, and so there's one page in the middle of the contract that is at an inch longer than the rest of it because it doesn't edit the rest of the document; it just adds it where you were.
So just signs it after rereading it and making sure everything is okay. Sign yes, Ivan Caught.
At first, you don't feel any change. You turn around, a body-length mirror in the corner, and that's when you notice the physical changes first. You're still your same cat-like self, but wearing a nice, bright red 3-piece suit.
You hear that, furries in the audience? Get on that art.
2 red leathery wings expand from your back, and flames flicker out of the corners of your eyes. And then you start gaining all of the senses of every other fiend in existence. And that's a little overwhelming at first.
Uncomfy.
Terrifying.
And then you gain senses over the 9 layers of hell, including any demi or subplanes attached to them, even ones made by your predecessor, whose name you also learn was Eugene Van Kolowitz.
Damn, Eugene.
Ah, Gene.
Genie boy, you got so cocky you died.
He seemed like a Eugene.
It is at that moment that for the first time in a year, the longest year of your life, the hardest and most difficult year that you've ever experienced, you see several familiar faces. And they're here. You see the face of Tepartos III, beaten, bloodied, and unusually somber. You see the face of Garagak, someone you knew to only ever be full of laughs and smiles. Even before, he was quite literally forced to be full of laughs and smiles. Though today, he looks pissed. You see Lysander Elias, armor concaved in at the chest, and instead of your driven, passionate friend, you see someone who's given up hope, someone who looks defeated. Along with them, there is a smattering of other friends that you haven't met yet. Tumult?
I have a new Tumult.
You also see something that resembles Tumult, though larger, a little more fancily dressed. I mean, you don't think that Ultimir would be walking around in shabby traveler's clothes, do you? That's just not his style.
He's just here?
That's Tumult's in his fused form.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
Though you know it's Tumult based off the know-it-all smirk on his face. You also see several individuals you've never met, and you see several missing faces. Your friends are here, and you sense that there's something else there with them. But even with your newfound powers, you're not sure what. What would you like to do in this moment?
I'm sure at this point I have some kind of trusted like lieutenant and or someone that, you know,
Yep.
helps you with paperwork, whatever
Absolutely.
organization.
His name is Flapjack.
Yeah, Flapjack, your admin assistant.
Yeah.
I'll because I don't have to
I love
actually
the
go and
sigh
talk
of
with him
disgust.
now. I am in control of 9 hells. I'll just telepathically link to him, no
Mhm.
matter where he is. Cool. Tell him, hey, I need you to come and watch The Office for a while. We did it. We took it. That's it. That's
Well, I'm right proud of you, sir. Well done. Well
Right.
done indeed. Albeit, what office now?
Oh, just brace yourself. All right, are you ready?
I'm
Then-
braced.
And then I'll open a portal underneath him and like
What?
in the office and above. So you.
Well, these are some fancy digs, sir.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Like,
You know what office this reminds me of? This reminds me of that Asmodeus's office.
Oh yeah, this is my office.
Well, I'll be darned. After all this time,
What does this guy look
This
like?
fable ass NPC.
Flapjack is an imp. He's
Oh.
not any sort of powerful demon
Just
or devil.
imagining like a
He is
bone
he's
just a
devil
small.
guy.
Now, I
talking
will
like
say
this.
he is like a fucking yoked imp.
Yeah.
Like clearly is not an imp in power level, but just likes the aesthetic the best. So just this tiny little devil man.
a greater devil talk like a country Irish man is so funny to me.
Got a bumpkin boy over here.
Well,
Over himbo, we got impo.
why am I watching The Office for you then? You planned on going away already?
Yeah, I have some old friends who I'm gonna go pay hopefully a short visit. And see how long it takes. But
Well,
you know,
alright.
we talked about what would happen when we got here. Just, you know,
Yeah.
get the squad ready, you know, get some reports on what we got in the cities, and I'll deal with all this when I
Initiate
get
plan.
back.
Huzzah, the king is dead then.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Oh, I'm on it. You can trust me.
Oh, and then that wardrobe over there, go and take whatever you want. And just point to the fancy wardrobe that has whatever clothes he wants in it.
Turns and looks at you. Single tear runs down his cheek. I've never been so honored in me life.
Master
I might even grow a little bit just to fit. Walks over and you see that body does not change, just the legs and arms get longer, like Mike Wazowski style, and just throws on a suit.
This is precious. I love it.
Right. Well, you go have fun. I'll be playing dress up for a while.
All right, call me if you need anything. Kind of
Back at you.
tighten my suit. throw on like my fancy fur overcoat. Gotta look real spiffy for the
Oh yeah, the grand reveal
comeback.
for sure. Yeah.
So
Are we seeing this?
we're
'Cause
just
the door
watching
opens.
this?
No,
We're
so
like,
this is
okay.
all. This is before the doors opened.
okay,
So-
okay.
So
We did
before
kind
the
of kill
door-
Asmodeus 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. So before the portal opens, even though there's fire and lava and shit everywhere in this room, somehow it gets darker. You know how like the lights dim when like the pro wrestler comes out of the back? Yeah, we're going for one of those openings. So the lights dim, the fire opens up. You see it make that circle, the portal kind of opens. You can't see it yet. You can see the outline of the portal. And then from the corners, you see fireworks and fucking fire blazing up. And Ivan moonwalks through the door. There's fedora, his fucking long ass coat, just stops, walks back through, moonwalks back out, turns around. Hey, what's up, y'all? Been a long time.
This guy knows how to make an entrance. Who is he?
Well,
And then
Argus, he does look unmistakably well, with a few differences, just like the cat that just exploded into a squid.
Yeah, I figured, but obviously this is the real one.
you know, this speeds up a lot.
I'll
So-
like instant transmission. Fucking teleport, smash Ivan with a hug.
and face right back, big old bear hug. And now that Ivan's stronger, you actually
Yeah, do you
feel
hurt
it
me?
Too.
It's
It
so
doesn't hurt, but you can
Okay.
feel like you can
Yeah.
feel extra strength this time. Yeah.
I definitely. You remember hugging Ivan in cat form, and it's just definitely one of those like, with no offense meant, it's like hugging an old lady kind of, where it's just like the faint arm taps on the back. This is like a full on fucking embrace. Like you feel it in your back for sure.
Nice.
Just
Gilgak, it's been too long. I'm so glad to see you again.
Yeah, it's great to see you. It looks like you achieved your dream finally.
Yeah, it looks like it was thanks to y'all. So I thank you. There's a lot to talk about, and I kind of like scanned the room. I guess a lot to talk about. Who are these new people?
Pull out just a long piece of paper and just put a check mark at the top and close it. He said we did it. I'm counting it.
I'm like, oh, these are our friends. This is Argus O'Bannon and Harlan Dino.
Nice to meet you too.
don't forget.
That's
Oh,
fucked
and
up.
Rhyme
don't
Black
forget
Oh,
rhyme.
shit. I looked over and I just saw Lysander.
Yep.
I missed it. This is Ryan Blackstone.
I just pardon me. How
Sorry.
rude.
That's my bad.
Oh, yeah,
Harlan,
Rhyme. This is the fun one that you really wanted. That I really wanted you to meet. This is the fun one.
Harlan raises his hand to you, but he's just like staring daggers at fucking Tumult this whole time.
Oh yeah, Harlan. That at the time was the second best warlock when we first met. That was the one.
You know I'm not a warlock anymore, right?
Yeah. No, I'm saying when we first met and I told you were number 3, that was who was at number 2.
I kind of look at my own hands. I'm kind of not a warlock anymore either, but
Doesn't matter. Point still stands.
I thank you for that compliment. You're the best, Tumult. Looks like you've gotten a lot stronger too. What is this new form you're rocking? Is this that inner self that you were always talking about?
Part of him, yeah. I could literally just take you to meet him one day, but now is not the time. You seem to have a lot going on. We have a lot going on. Are you the one keeping us here?
Why are you dressed like the man we just killed?
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, I guess big reveal. Y'all killed him. I guess I now know who August is, the person who signed no. But I happen to be at the right place at the right time. That contract appeared in front of me, and
It's your
I look
fucking
at
job.
Harlan with thumbs up, like
it's my job. That is right.
we really are the
Face has not changed this entire fucking time.
What?
The concern slider has gone up and down a little bit,
Yeah.
but not much.
What, Ian's face?
Yeah.
I'll walk over to Tapatos. Hello, old friend. How have you been?
Bartos is like 3 feet taller than last time you met him too.
And has glowing green eyes.
I like your eyes.
Hi, Cat. Congratulations. I'm just gonna reach down and give him a gentle hug.
I'll also return the hug. A lot more gentle than Geogag, but just match the hug.
Lysander's just kind of standing here like,
So
He never lied to us.
I'm gonna walk over to Harlan.
he was a squid the last 2
And-
years.
The
put my
squid
arm
lied
on
to
Harlan.
you.
Tumult, if you touch me right now,
I was just going to ask nicely, which is not something I like to do.
you're gonna ask nicely.
Yes. Please keep my memories to yourself comfortably.
Why would I out the person?
I don't know what's going to be said or what you choose to do in the future. I am just going to say pretty please with whipped cream and a cherry. Stay quiet
Hey, listen.
about this. You can talk obviously about whatever you would like other than
I-
this.
Counter
What's
offer.
going on?
I'll do that if you let a certain organization die, fall by the wayside. If you don't, they
So
might
if
have
I
to
just
be-
name it something else, it's fine.
No, I think you shouldn't impose any sort of order over the universe. And
I
think
don't
you should
want to do
just-
order.
I think you should let it all die.
I
All of
would
it.
like to say, Ileana, Tapartos, and I believe Argus all hear this.
That is fun. I don't want it to die.
I know
Like
you don't
in
want
a
it
sense,
to die.
like
No,
no, I'm fine with Xerxes dying, but the concept of balance needs to remain.
my concern is what that balance will look like. I think you understand that. because we've
Obviously, it's going to be a lot of guess and check here and there for the starting points, because what you view as balanced is very different than what they, who are all now listening, because you made me have to speak up about this
Just give you the toodle fingers.
slightly.
Toodles.
And what they think is balanced is very different. So yes, it will take time, but balance needs to happen.
It was going to come out eventually. I wouldn't have been able to stay quiet about that.
No, that's fine. There's just some other finer details that let's keep it between us for now.
I know what balance might look like to you. If that
Oh,
and-
no, that you're going off of the past memories from before the last, I don't know, 24, 48 hours, however long it's been. It's not the same.
2 days changes 2 years pretty quickly.
I mean, considering what we've been through in the last,
Yes.
36 plus hours.
2 days felt like 6 months.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of change that's happened. I'll gladly share it again later once I perfect this new spell.
You know I don't trust you.
For what? You literally saw everything up until that point.
Yes, and that's why I don't trust you. Let me finish.
Isn't
Please.
Lysander also standing right here?
All of
Uh-huh.
you, pretty much, once the voices got raised and everybody else kind of quieted down,
Yeah, I
all
stopped
of you
being
are
quiet.
now
Well, it was just like
after
last
picking up on
Harlan
this,
was
yeah.
standing right next to Lysander, so it's like,
Mm-hmm.
If
he's
you're
not
if,
saying anything, but
if your order looks anything like what we're trying to kill right now,
Why would I want a genocide of an entire race and then destroying planes of existence? That doesn't seem very balanced, does it?
Tumult, you understand my concern.
Not really, no.
Fuck all of you. And I go inside of the tower. Fuck this.
Isn't it still surrounded by flames?
I'll walk through it. Fuck it.
it's not surrounded flames. You do walk past to get into the tower. You see a weirdly elongated imp has walked out going, right, well, I figured you all could use some refreshments. Oh, hello. Oh, goodbye. Okay. Well,
You're adorable.
hello.
I just say angrily, you're adorable.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Ah, yes, cute demon.
Master Ivan, sir, are your friends always so cranky?
I don't know that one quite so well yet. Maybe? I don't know. Kind of shrug. Hey, Lysander, have you know what? Hold on, one sec. And I'll call Tyzer to rejoin me.
Appears.
I'll look at Lysander, look at Tyzer. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you.
there wasn't a chance, it seems.
I thought the less people who knew, the better.
Congrats on hell.
Thank you.
Right, we're all
I,
very proud. Sorry, this is not my. Sorry.
Oh, no, Please, Flapjack, you're more than welcome to speak your mind here.
You always have been very gracious like that. I just wanted to issue a thank you to Master Ivan Sir's old friends. You all really helped push him towards his goals, and now we're here, and he's made my life infinitely better since we met. So I'm just very grateful that he had friends like you all to rely on.
Well, I'm glad someone came out of this good.
Well, that was probably very insensitive of me based on what you all are going through. So, right, back to the office. Here you go. It sets down like basically it's like a Harry Potter rolling cart of snacks that he's brought out, and just like leaves it and goes, "Should you need me?"
Hey, what is your name?
Flapjack.
Miss Flapjack. And I take out a sending stone and toss it towards him. Can you hold on to that for me?
And looks at Ivan. Shall be held. And walks.
Well, I mean, I can't.
Wait,
He's a boss now. I can't really call him. I must call the assistant first. Make sure they're not busy.
Right. Proper order. Show the respect.
Yeah.
On board.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Is there chocolate?
Yeah.
I take a chocolate.
All right. You take a chocolate.
Can you get us out of here?
I can try. It seems really tense here, though. What are we all just talking about?
Like just now when he ran away, or
I
before
mean,
you showed up,
before I showed up.
going home.
You all that stressed about going home? Oh, I mean, yeah. I'll...
No, if we tried and physically couldn't leave.
Oh,
That was like the conversation immediately preceding. And I keep having like these weird instigating thoughts that,
Wait, what?
Alexander, let it fucking go. We're over it.
No.
Well,
What?
not over it, but we've made a decision on you already.
oh, look confused. What are
They
you
left
talking
us
about?
for a while. They left us for a while. They made some decisions.
Oh, I know. Tizer
Yeah.
has been keeping me updated. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been helping me. Well, I guess helping Zephyros. We've been helping Zephyros try to get you all like I don't know help assistant. Did you ever get that book? that I
Oh
sent
yeah.
you?
Yeah. No, I really did get that. That was great.
Nice. I'm glad. Yeah, it looked
Probably
like a
the
really
only-
important.
the only item that got out, so at least there's something.
Oh, that's unfortunate. There was a lot of stuff he collected.
Yeah,
Maybe we'll
yeah.
sell
There is
Were
something.
you paying attention when the monk punched Zephyros's head off?
So
What?
things got really fuzzy in like the past couple days. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if it was the stress I was
Oh.
under.
Oh yeah, Ivan was, or sorry,
Sorry,
Ian was pooping
Tapartos.
during that.
Yeah, you
Kane
were-
showed up and punched Zephyros's head off.
So Zephyros is dead.
Well, he's also like weirdly magic, so he may not permanently be dead, but he fell like a great tree. Yeah.
I'll
And
close
then I
my
woke
eyes.
up in hell.
I'll close my eyes and focus on my dominion over hell, I guess, and see if I can feel Zephyros' soul anywhere. Gonna try to look, like why not?
You have the power over the souls that went to hell, not necessarily all of the dead.
Exactly. There's no guarantee that he'd be. There's not even a good shot that he'd be here, but maybe. I don't know.
You thinking of Zephyros?
Zephyros, yeah.
No.
Cool.
There's no. He's not here. You would know just based on knowledge of how these things work and the influx of knowledge you have received in the last 45 seconds. He would be existing, like if his spirit had been lost, he would be residing in the plains of Anam.
I guess we can deal with Zephyros a little bit later. How have you been, Lysander?
Not great, but seems warranted. Taking my punches as needed. But no, like I thought
Understandable.
of my sister saying something she would have never said before, so stuff's weird lately.
Oh? What would that be?
That you are all just as bumbling as you've always been, and they made me choose one family over another.
You're really solidifying your case here for why we really shouldn't be trusting you. You know that.
You're really solidifying your case here that you do not know my sister at all. She would never talk poorly of anyone. Is that not strange to you?
Did anyone else have any random weird thoughts recently?
I mean, no more than usual.
Yeah.
Define random and weird.
something
Strange one
that-
about my sister.
But was it, how long ago?
in 10 minutes.
Since the fight with Asmodeus ended, you just without specifics, sometime in the last few minutes is fine. Like
Okay.
all of about the same time that Lysander said that he had heard his.
Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes and concentrate and try to cast Dispel Magic, but like combine it with like True Sight and even like Devil Sight and just whatever powers I got from Asmodeus.
Dispel magic or detect magic?
Detect magic.
Heard. Very
just-
easy.
Just looking around for anything that might seem like it shouldn't be here. Anything that I don't seem to have control over. This being a demi-plane of hell.
There's a glistening pair of eyes up in one of the like corners, just sort of sitting up in the darkness out of sight.
I'll stare at the eyes and smile. Okay, everybody. Someone's definitely watching us, and I'll look up at it and I'll attempt to dispel it with whatever hell dominion
You
I
would
have.
see as you look closer and as you're focusing, it's not like
It's not
like a scry orb or anything like that. There's something attached to the eyes.
Oh, how fast am I now? In
Pretty
hell?
fast.
Cool. I'm gonna
I mean, in hell, you can pretty much
cool.
instant transport yourself wherever you want to go.
I'm just
Your
gonna
domain.
appear. I'm just gonna appear over by it. Can I also make myself bigger or smaller?
Yeah.
Judging about how big the eyes looked, I'm gonna make myself big enough to like grab it, just teleport over to it, and just fucking grab it.
You grab it, and there's this like you grab it and you feel I apologize. This very like slick, moist, like gooey body, and it kind of wriggles
Ooh.
around in your hands. And you don't see arms or legs or anything. Like it's almost like a worm of some kind. But it's like wriggling around. You grabbed it.
With a firm grip on it, I was slowly making my way back to the party, just trying to study it and look at it. Do I have any idea what this thing is? And I kind of like show the party. So this is watching us. Do you all know what this thing is?
Anyone who wants to can roll a religion or an arcana check. Or a history check. Or a nature check. Roll a knowledge check. Everybody can roll a knowledge check.
Roll check. It's a 27.
Those are big numbies, friends.
Yeah, they sure are. All of them together. Huge.
Those
numbers.
were big numbies,
No,
friends.
as a unit, those are huge.
All right. Is that everybody who wants to roll?
Uh,
I'm not there, so
So Ileana, Rhyme, and Tepartos.
Lysander and Tepartos, I'm assuming. Rhyme had a 16.
Lysander, that's why. Okay. The three of you would know that this is what's called a brainworm. Essentially, they are creatures that can be, when they're created, they are tethered to a person or a group of people, and it is sent to mess with their minds. It is sent to emplace thoughts, feelings, to cause discourse, to make people question themselves and their feelings. And there are legends about these collapsing kingdoms. There's legends about these breaking up families, like ancient royal families being torn apart by these things. Like they've caused a lot of havoc in the past. You would also know it has to be created and sent by someone who has a close attachment to you.
I'm gonna look back at it. How big is it? Is it like palm size? Is it like human size? Is it dog size?
No, it's probably about like 2.5 feet long.
okay.
It's
a deal.
I hate it so much.
That's why I apologize in advance.
a big, wet, slimy, invisible eel.
Oh, man.
Yes.
I'm gonna get some water.
just kill it and move on.
Yeah, I'll take like
Yeah, no effort. It
Make-
dies.
no, I want to put effort into it because I want to practice
Okay.
with this fucking hell power. I want to
Sure.
get some space between us though.
All
and
right.
I just want to kind of not toss it up, but like fling it up and just
Mhm.
fire, just huge spouts of fire from my palm. Can I do something like that?
Yeah, you fucking toss it. You just like shoot flames out of your hands, and it falls down, and it's like nice and like roasted. Like all of a sudden, there's like an apple in its mouth, like whole nine.
Anyone hungry?
Gross.
I could
I'll cast disintegrate on it. Just to say,
Karagak already has a bib with a fork and knife out. It's just gone.
Pull out some rations and hand it to him.
Oh, thank you.
And he'll lean over to Garagak. You remember the last time we were in a different dimension and we ate something weird?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Learned my lesson on that.
I
So
look at the babe. I look at
Was
Garagak.
right before we went to a different dimension.
Can we leave now?
Yeah, if everyone's ready, we can go see about what to do next. I mean, assuming you all are still hunting Xerxes, right?
More or less.
Just look at Ivan.
We're trying
Maybe.
to ruin them, as far as I can tell.
I don't know.
Let me show
Do
you
you,
this.
do you have the same deal as the last one where you were working with them and trying to kill us to take power to fight them?
So, interestingly enough, that contract that I signed, reading over it, they were never supposed to work with Xerxes. There's a handful of other organizations they're also not supposed to work with. I did not intend on working with
Handful?
Xerxes. Oh, yeah, I don't know, about a dozen or so.
Which
Look over at
ones?
Harlan. Or no, Harlan's in the tower. I'm gonna yell over towards the tower. Yeah, I guess we can let one die. Apparently there's more.
Oh, Xerxes and honestly, I don't really recall the names of them. We can check that later, I'm sure.
I would love to do that.
Do you all wanna go home?
Ivan, you would also know that here, you have the ability to give people long rests.
Oh,
You are in control here.
so I'm gonna ask everybody to hey, so take like a step towards me, please. Everyone within like 30 feet. And then if everyone comes within 30 feet-
Tizer floats down and taps you on the shoulder. Do not forget, Lord, you are missing one inside.
Yes. And then I'll mentally link with Howlin. Hey, Howlin, this is Ivan. You stormed off. Are you okay?
Love the thoughtful devil.
How does this come across? Are you hearing like my thoughts?
I'm not hearing your thoughts.
Okay.
I'm simply speaking to you.
There's
I'm not
no
trying to. Yeah.
there's no reply. He just comes out and he like mad dogs all of you. Every single person.
What are you mad at them for?
You can be upset. That's okay. Will you come over here, please? And kind of motion you to join the group for a sec.
Oh, wait, before you do. And I'm gonna step away from the party and kind of aim away. I'm gonna waste all my leveled spell slots throwing random shit.
No, you're not. Continue.
Oh,
When everyone's within range. When everyone's within range, I'll kind of like wave my hand for a second and then grasp at something. And you'll see a staff appear in Ivan's hand. And on the end of the staff is just a kitty paw. Now take
Okay,
it.
that's fair. I thought it was about to have a fucking ruby on it, and I was.
I will say, the kitty paw is clasping a ruby.
I
That
have
it
an
has
Eldritch
to be
Blast
there.
ready.
Is this the Paul of Vecna?
No.
No, Coda. It's the paw of
kit,
Vec.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in like a threatening way, but as you like pull out the staff with the ruby, I have Eldritch Blast in my hand. Like, not again, not again, not again, not again, not again.
It's okay. This one's mine. I understand. It's very scary, but just let it happen, and I'll hit the ground with it. As at first it seems kind of warm, but flames suddenly burst from the ground. Talking like 30 foot tall flames, but no one feels any actual heat after the first second. The flames seem to wrap around each of you. They turn from an orange to a blue to a purple as they seem to be absorbed by y'all. And y'all feel like just had a long rest. Thought I'd top y'all off before we go back. You ready?
Oh, appreciate it.
And then I'll pick the staff up, wave it into the air, and make a big old warp gate, like 10 feet in front of us.
Where is it going?
Oh yeah. So I guess before I say it, where do y'all want to go? Silvery
Should
Moon?
we go back to the ship?
To the ship. Where's your ship right now?
Where did we go?
I sent
We
him.
don't. Yeah, we don't know. You just said leave.
Yeah, I just said leave now. That was it. Assuming they would return to the fort, but who knows?
Yeah, right. Well, do we just want to go back to the
Oh yeah,
secret
if we just go
hideout?
back to the hideout, then we can teleport.
Oh
to
yeah,
the-
we have a dragon's lair now.
Yeah.
Can't Argus just call the ship to us wherever we are?
Not in hell.
Well, I mean, whenever
on the
wherever
private
we-
material.
Yeah.
Just call in and be like,
Show
BT
up.
Dubs, this
Yeah.
is where we're
So-
at.
Yeah.
If you guys get to the prime material, you can get back to the ship with
Yeah,
no
We
effort.
could go to
I will
Nightstone. It's
share-
just a place to regroup.
Coordinates of our hideout.
Yeah.
Of your your hideout.
The dragons.
Okay, all right. And I'll move the warp gate, and it becomes the hideout warp gate now. Add the
Okay.
runes to
Just
it. And,
Turns a little dial like in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Shifts through.
Yeah.
When
That's a much better idea.
can you see through your portals when you make them?
This one I would say, yeah. This one I would want to see through it before we walk through it.
When the portal opens, you hear from the outside, you hear from the other side. And then
Your mic
you
cut out on
see-
that, but I heard it.
good.
I didn't hear it.
High-pitched goblin scream.
No.
And then you see probably 30 people with guns drawn and pointed at the portal.
Oh, that's valid.
Just
Yeah.
fucking
Gargak, you want to go first?
They can
I'll
Oh,
just
sure.
skip through the portal.
Right.
And I mean literally skip.
they can't see in, so they don't know who's on the other side, but they see the portal appear. So they can see like the flames of the end point of the portal, but they can't see who's on the other side.
Nice.
I'm going
Yeah, like I said, I just skipped through the portal.
to grab Ivan's suit and kind of just wait a second.
Okay, I'll wait. Go on ahead.
Portal opens. Argus skips through.
I'll
Kinda-
go over to Ivan. Are you joining us?
When
Oh,
I get through, I tell
yeah,
them to
I'll
put the
join you.
guns down, or
Okay.
it's not as bad as they think, and they can lower their weapons.
No, go through the portal.
Well,
Perfect.
Captain, am I allowed in the lair?
I'll
Mm.
give Ivan and Tumult their space to speak, but I will not go through the portal until Tumult goes in front of me.
Okay.
That's fine.
On my way through the portal, can I have Harlan make a charisma save?
I mean, Harlan, you also know why I specifically want him to
No,
stay.
I know.
So give a sense.
I know.
Is this a magical effect, right?
Yeah, it's against a magic
I think
item.
So
Yeah.
Is it
Oh.
charming? Is it charming me or trying to put me to sleep?
No, neither of those things.
I know what's going on.
It'll more
Yeah.
likely fail. Like
It'll make
it's
you feel better,
90%.
Kimber. If it makes you feel better, it's non-hostile.
I
Mm-mm.
know.
It'll
I
just
know.
make you grumpy.
I don't really. Holy shit!
There is
Full
there is
42.
no fucking world I ever succeed that. What the fuck?
Yep.
Nothing happens. I just go through. I was hitting you with
On
a wand
my-
of smiles.
On my charisma save now, because of God powers, I get to add a 24.
Holy fuck.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just hitting you with a wand of smiles to make you smile. That was all.
Yeah, I know.
You see it. This is something that you were there when, like, you've seen Garagak pull out before, and you know what it is.
Yep.
When he points it at you.
Yep. Yeah, Garagak, you can tell he wants to smile at you willingly. There's mistrust.
Gary, I could just grin and nod and then go through the portal.
I will circle back to Lysander's question to Departos.
Well, Captain, am I allowed in the lair? Rhyme just like, I do have a jail cell.
I point at Ryan, not really wanting to talk because I know he's sort of still pissed at me. I'm like, mm-hmm.
Another voice chimes in from the opposite side of you guys. This is an awful place to end up, sir. Might as well bring him somewhere kind. And then you just hear like squeaky cart wheels as it pushes that cart into the lair, and then turns around and walks back through the other portal into the office, and then it closes.
Ivan will walk up to Portos. If this affects your decision at all, from the moment the Tyson met him, he was on board with helping you. Think of what you would do in his situation. Your family, your sibling, working for the enemy. And you just not being sure if what you're doing is right. We all have our moments of weakness, but ultimately, it is your decision. Captain.
Ivan, my dear sweet cat.
But wow.
I was in his shoes. I thought my family dead. Yes, they turned out to be alive. Yes, but that was the only difference we had. I had many sisters, but I only had 2 brothers. I am the third, and I'm the only one that is left. As far as I was concerned, he was the only one I had. He was my family. He was the one I looked up to, the one I supported, the other half of me. He faced hard decisions. We all faced hard decisions. And I have, and I am facing hard decisions. There is doubt. There is insecurity. And above all, there is danger. We are fighting the greatest threat that, as far as we know, existence has ever known. I watched a brother. I've watched a person I call family, the person who I felt the closest to in this world left to me, laid down their life for me as I have for them. They cast it aside, and it was for another brother. And for that, I cannot fault them. What I can fault is the fact that we all knew what the right decision was, what the right path was, and they did not take it. They might have come to the right conclusion, but they did not do so willingly. It was by luck and by chance, and that is something.
You've always been the strong one, the Bartos. And you and I both know that.
I can
Sylvanus,
tell you.
bless us, Lysander. Ivan, I'm sorry to cut you off, but before you do anything else, I'm going to take Orc Splitter off my back, and I'm going to try to cleave Lysander in two. Have we gotten the long rests yet?
Yep.
Oh, well, then fuck. I'm going to try to kill Lysander.
As you draw Orc Splitter and move over to swing at Lysander, I'm going to time stop. Should I roll the 1d4 plus 1, or should I just take the...
So you are going to roll initiative.
Okay.
The two of you.
I would react to. Can I roll?
Yeah.
I haven't made the new Ivan yet, so I'm
Just use your
using this warlock. Okay.
I'm not going to say I won't get involved, but I'm not involved off the start.
Yeah.
Should I also roll?
Depends. You're going to let it happen?
Honestly, yeah. Hell yeah, I've been beating it out.
Damn.
Time stop goes off.
Open up a portal underneath Lysander, leading to, let's say, the office right now. Somewhere where I know is safe. Well,
Lysander.
safe.
We'll cover that in a moment. Okay. Anything else, or is it just the one round you just wanted that?
At the same, if it's more than one round, the portal for the first round, and then the second round, some kind of like stone wall to try to stop the downswing. Like depending on like where the Orc Splitter is at this point, I don't know if we're starting that like.
This would have all been like he is swinging down one fluid motion. So yeah,
cool. So turn two, just like kind of raise a small wall just to
Splitter, I guess, but yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Time resumes to Partos. Splitter hits a stone wall. Lysander is nowhere to be seen.
I understand you're upset.
Oh.
Lysander will stay with me for now. You don't ever have to see him again if you don't want to. Is that acceptable to you?
I want you to know it's not because I'm upset. It's because of the danger he presents to the cause that we represent.
I understand.
The fact that I do not trust him, and he cannot be trusted to follow this cause, and we need his power to complete it. And just for Ivan's sake, to kind of send home what I'm trying to do, I'm going to activate my God mode, be wreathed in my shadow, and say to him, this is my attempt at the decision. This is my attempt at a solution.
He was fucking helping you.
No, he wasn't. He was
He-
helping himself.
He admitted under magical truth.
To wanting to protect his brother, to making decisions for the fact of being on our side for convenience, to waltzing into the right decision, yet not being sure of anything, to still thinking we're bumbling and not able to make a decision. His biggest problem was the fact that we couldn't commit to anything I tried to commit to something, the thing that he was begging me to do. Now he's gone. He's in Ivan's hand now, and we have God to kill, and I intend to kill him.
Yeah. Next time, don't change your mind.
Fuck you.
Be mad at me. But
I
you
am.
said his life was in our hands.
I'm walking away. I'm not even kind of dealing with Tummel's horse shit right now.
As you leave, Ivan will just calmly saying to Protos, I commend your decisiveness. You've come a long way. Use that. Bring down Dandelion. Bring down the actual threat. After that, we'll see what happens. Don't ever
Bartos is-
second guess Don't ever second guess yourself.
Bartos, as you turn to storm to the gate, you see someone standing there, waiting. Half-orc gentleman. He just looks at you. We need to talk.
So,
Now.
okay.
He just kind of looks up.
Getting the sense that
those of
he
you who
saw
hadn't walked in.
everything.
He just kind of looks up at the rest of you. Good to see you, Ivan.
You too.
Glad to see the rest of you are safe. We've been worried. He just turns, looks up, all the way up at you as you're walking by to Bartos. I don't give a shit if you're the captain or not. You're going to walk your ass into my chambers and we're going to talk. Now, do you get that?
Yes.
Good. Then get to it. Or are you going to try to strike me down too?
No. You didn't try to
walking.
dissolve the fabric of reality. I just strut into his chambers.
I don't know what the fuck happened while you were here. Just like turn it back to the rest of you now. We're a fucking team. None of this makes fucking sense. So politely,
Weirdly enough, both of us do break into laughter, I think.
Harlan 100% breaks into that. Maybe we should start being honest.
maybe you should start pulling heads out of asses. Get in here, take 10 minutes to figure your shit out, and then we'll talk like civilized fucking adults. Because if what you've been doing while you were gone is anything like I just watched for the last 2 minutes, then you have a lot of shit to sort out in your heads. You two are coming now. You can have your secret little silly talks later. Pointing at Ivan and Tumble.
Not a secret silly talk.
I knew you were a good man, and just walks through the door.
Okay, I'll walk through.
Tumbled has
I'm not-
chambers. This conversation could happen in there.
I'm not
I will just ask, can you still feel souls from outside of hell?
1 sec, let me check. And I'll attempt to field souls outside of hell. Nope.
This conversation will happen before we go. I don't care what he said. Can you feel temp bard? We weren't.
Let me check. And I'll concentrate. Can I feel tempoed?
Cannot. But I think
I
both of you
cannot.
know that this is not where Tempard would be.
I didn't know if it was part of the temp contract that he got to hold on to him somewhere down here or anything. And since he took over the role of Asmodeus, he would inherit that as well. So
Yeah,
I had to check.
it was a good question. Yeah, for sure.
I said, well, the talk about why can happen later, and I will walk through.
I'll look through the
that-
portal. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That is all I wanted. I was like, if you could feel souls from outside, we definitely could have had it later. I wasn't trying to hide it from anybody. just didn't know how to start it.
Would Ivan know where his dominion ends? Does it end in hell, or can he get back to hell if he walks through the portal that he made?
You can always get back to hell, but you lose a lot of the power outside of hell.
Can I make an avatar of myself, or a copy, or some? You know what? I'll
Not-
summon Tizer back and then make a body for him again.
The ring cannot reproduce you.
Okay. Fine, I'll walk through.
Let me have contingency plans.
All of you walk through the portal.
I didn't walk. I skipped.
Right. Yes. All of
Enter
you
through the
travel
portal.
through your
Yeah.
various means through the
I was gonna
portal.
say, me and Argus been through the portal.
Yeah.
Departo skulked. Ribe sauntered.
I don't know. Would rhyme saunter or sachet?
A little bit of both.
Sachet is pretty like
Sachet away. No, not in gay culture. Gay culture, not dance culture.
Oh, okay. I know ballet. I don't know gay.
That is the most
I love
theater
it.
grad shit you've
I understand
ever said.
I understand the dichotomy here, but I'm sticking by it.
Oh, man.
god.
I love it.
All of you find yourselves back in the lair. Tensions are high on all fronts, especially after being dad talked by someone that most of you have not seen in a long time.
I'm glad he's okay.
But you are home. You are safe.
Am I just
Is my
chilling
senior
with Flapjack in,
Okay.
You're
in
just chilling with
Asmodeus'
Flapjack.
office? All right.
I would also, before Ivan left, just think of some elaborate mansion room, something for you to actually like be comfortable in.
Just like awkwardly
Yeah.
trying to sleep in a desk chair.
You are well taken care of. Even if Ivan had
$60
not thought of it, Flapjack would assuredly make sure you were well tended to. But I think no matter how comfortable the setting, none of you are really resting easy tonight. It was a
Ileana
hard
is-
day. There you go.
Ileana's doing great. She saw
haven't
too
heard
much
from Ilya at
trauma
all.
when she was a child, so it's fine.
I don't sleep.
All right, well then fuck me, I guess.
Rest.
What do I know? Everybody sleeps great. There's no trauma, no turmoil. There's
That's
no
why
good
Alex-
storytelling.
Now
To be
that is
fair-
the real fantasy world right
Yeah,
there.
You get an 8-hour sleep regardless of the day you had. To be fair, you said rest, not sleep.
Wait, howdy.
So
Yeah,
Tumult will still
fair.
be resting.
We'll see.
Is Sagrin here? Quick question. Sorry. No, right? He's on
He
the
should
ship.
be. Oh, unless he's on the ship.
He should be
yeah.
doing high king shit.
Yeah.
He's not the High King. Moog is.
No, but he's the
Moog
advisor.
is.
He is the
Mm.
advisor to the High King
Yep.
to help Moog navigate the political spectrum. That was
Yeah, he got some
the
shit
point of
going
appointing Moog. But the world has gone to hell.
on for the world.
Wait, so Ivan has dominion here too?
Sagrin is here, as is Moog.
That's frightening.
The ship is docked back in the space where it was created. Mostly unscathed, but definitely looks like it went through some shit. And as you all are checking in on your loved ones, your loved things, and processing the day, that is where we will end this week's episode of The Dice That Bind Us. To be continued next week, starting with a stern talking to,
I stand by my shit.
and
I'm
then
gonna say it.
you can stand by whatever the fuck you want to stand by. I'm not here to tell you what you're doing. I'm here to respond in character as the characters that I made.
Fair, fair.
To be fair,
Um,
I was 100% expecting Olan, not Soup.
Mhm.
I'm glad it's soup.
You should be.
Talk about true neutral.
It's a very tense episode, my friends. I am very glad we're back into our roleplay shit because this was hard but fun.
Less stressful than I thought.
Sorry
Yeah.
for yelling.
Don't be sorry for yelling.
No.
No, it was good.
Thank you all at home for watching along with us, for following along with the story. I promised you this week was going to be roleplay and all roleplay. And boy, howdy was it. I didn't talk for the first half of the session, which is good.
You gave us brainworms.
I did give you brainworms, but that's pretty much all I did today. And the expo about Ivan. That's pretty much all I did today. Seriously, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sticking with us. We are this fucking close. With that, keep your eyes peeled. We'll have some announcements coming out later on in the future about what comes next, about where we're headed, how that's going to play out. And we will, we'll keep you updated on that front. But we're not done. Don't think when the campaign ends that we're done telling stories together, because boy fucking howdy would that be a drag. Once again, Third time, I know, but thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. It truly means the world to us. We will see you next week for another wonderful, 2 weeks from now, not next week, 2 weeks from now, for another episode of The Dice That Bind Us. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.